My brothers and sisters in Christ, today the Church celebrates the optional memorial of the Most Holy Name of Mary, a feast that has its historical roots in the victory of Christians at the Battle of Vienna, perhaps the Battle of Lepanto that we often talk about around the Feast of Our Lady of the Rosary, Our Lady of Victory on October 7th. Is the more famous one, but a century later, a massive land battle was needed as Christian Europe fought off the incursion of a Muslim invasion coming in, and so the troops were entrusted once again to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Victory was achieved, which was the origin of this feast. But in addition to its historical roots, it also just so happens that the feast is celebrated just 4 days after September 8th. Which is the birth date of Mary on the liturgical calendar. What some may not know is that the ancient Jewish practice, because if we think about the only other person whose naming day we celebrate is Jesus himself. So for boys, they often were named at the time of their circumcision, some 8 days after they were born. But in the case of girls, they were named at birth. And so, right as we've just celebrated Mary's birthday, then it is only fitting that we celebrate the most holy name of Mary, in a sense, just honoring her name day, her name. This, to me, strikes as very fitting in conjunction with the first reading that we hear today. And I'm not going to touch on the gospel in this reflection, but it's a powerful gospel and one that almost speaks for itself. But Paul says something that we can almost miss in today's first reading when he compares knowledge and being known. There is constantly in this world a desire to know things, and that can be for a desire to know more, perhaps in a field of study, in terms of education. It can be out of curiosity about different things, and then it can be unholy in the sense of, gossip, a need to know someone's private affairs or to share secrets or stories, and perhaps the most harmful is that of seeking knowledge which is beyond our reach, which comes to its worst form often in occult practices, New Age things, playing with demonic forces, seeking knowledge, or tarot card reading or fortune telling, all these kinds of things, the use of mediums. And so in all this, there's all different ways, and both good and bad, that we seek to know things. But what's more important than knowing is that we are known. Even if you or I were to know nothing, if we just knew one thing, that we are known and loved by God, that's everything. And so, our knowledge is imperfect. God's knowledge is perfect. But not only does God know all things, he knows you. He knows me. And so much in the same way that every person's favorite word to hear is their own name. The way we light up, it's been shown, the brain responds in a unique way because somewhere in our subconscious it responds to a unique identifier. Even though someone else might literally have my same name, to say Father Jeff is different to say, hey, you. When we hear our name, someone is recognizing us, knowing us in a particular way. And so as we celebrate the most holy name of Mary, the one who knew that she was the beloved of God, we celebrate that Mary was known by God as each of us is. Much as we hear in the words of Psalm 139, O Lord, you search me and you know me. You know my resting and my rising. You discern my purpose from afar and elsewhere. For it was you who created my being, knit me together in my mother's womb. Already you knew my soul. My body held no secret from you when I was being fashioned in secret. Again, God knows us better than we know ourselves. And this comes out of a perfect love, an unfathomable love, in which we are known and loved. And that, my brothers and sisters, is worthy of our joy. May God bless you all.